What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing my match reaction to Manchester City's victory over Huddersfield Town in the FA Cup as Manchester City win at the Etihad Stadium by 5-0, which saw Jeremy Doku return and also the one, the only Kevin De Bruyne. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then please do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe, now less than 100 subs away from my goal of 33,000 subscribers. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, 100 likes is the aim. Don't forget to leave your thoughts as well in the comments below of what you made of this victory for Manchester City. So, we win by 5-0. It does mean our name is in the hat for the fourth round draw, which is taking place tomorrow at 7:50 PM GMT here in the UK, and it is live just before the Wigan Athletic Manchester United game tomorrow, where Man City will learn their opponents for the fourth round. That match is going to be taking place at the end of January, which means an extra game is going to be added to Manchester City's schedule. So we will have Newcastle away next weekend, then we're not playing for 2 weeks whilst we have a little winter break, and then we'll be back for the FA Cup fourth round, and then last match in January on, I think it's January 31st, Man City were taking on Burnley at home. So an extra game added to the schedule, but it's not a very busy schedule coming up for Manchester City, so causes me no concern whatsoever. Interesting to see who we get in the fourth round. I want Manchester City to do something we've not done before, and that's retain the FA Cup. So if we could have another home match against a lower league team, then I'll be very happy with that. I'll also be very happy if we get a very tasty away match in the FA Cup as well. I like things to either be really interesting or I like things to be straightforward. It's that little middle ground where, you know, a little sticky game, a top six side at home or away can become quite difficult, but you know, you go up against a team we've not faced in years and years away from home, and that's fantastic. It's a cracking away day for people to enjoy, or taking on a team who we don't normally face at the Etihad, who are able to bring people to the Etihad Stadium who normally don't have the opportunity to face us. So like today when we had Huddersfield Town, we've only faced them twice in the Premier League, and we've not faced them for 7 years. An opportunity for them to come to the Etihad, and it's the opportunity for a lot of people who maybe not had the chance to come to the Etihad before. 6,000 Huddersfield fans as well. What you've got to look forward to. It's the joys of the FA Cup, in my complete honest opinion. I'm happy that we've avoided a replay as well. We didn't need that, so that's all good and done and dusted. So in terms of this performance for Manchester City, a strong team went out first and foremost from Pep Guardiola. No real surprises from the team. It was really good to see Hamilton and Wright on the bench for Manchester City, and I'm really happy that they've managed to come on to the pitch and get some minutes. It's always great to see Mika Hamilton, but it's great as well, special moment for Wright to make his senior first team debut, of course, for Manchester City, and something he'll hold, I'm sure, in his memories forever. It's always special to get your first appearance at that professional level as well, and for Manchester City too. What a place to go and do it, and he gets to enjoy a 5-0 victory for Manchester City, so living the dream, kudos to him. So Manchester City then, we went with a back three. We saw Manuel Akanji starting alongside Ruben Dias and Josko Gvardiol. Thought City's defence did very well in this game. We did see Akanji go off with what looked like a very niggly little left knee injury. It looks like he landed really awkward from a heavy challenge that came in from one of the Huddersfield players, feeling some discomfort on his left knee, tried to continue, then went down and had to go off. So hopefully that's not too serious, and we'll have him available for selection very soon, because we've got an illness bug that struck the Manchester City squad, which isn't of great timing, which means there's a few players out that could have been featuring here, like Kalvin Phillips, for example, but also we've got some injuries to our defenders already, so we don't want to be stretched to the bare bones for that Newcastle away match next weekend, so hopefully we will have him back sooner rather than later. We can cope, and we did see a lot of Josko Gvardiol going through the middle. Might be something we see more of. It might be Nathan Ake that starts in the game against Newcastle United. We'll have to wait and see, but for in terms of a defensive performance, a decent defensive performance from Manchester City. Kudos to Stefan Ortega-Moreno, keeping another clean sheet sheet for Manchester City and carry on his really good form in the FA Cup. We only conceded once in the FA Cup last season, right from the third round through to the final, and that goal that we conceded was from the penalty spot in the final against Manchester United. It was Bruno Fernandes that scored that goal. So he started as he means to go on and get another clean sheet for Manchester City, and hopefully that's a good omen for him to continue, and hopefully Man City can have the same result as last season and lift the most prestigious domestic cup competition in the world in May at Wembley as well. That would be absolutely fantastic, and we are one step closer now to getting to Wembley as well. So low block approach came in from Huddersfield Town. They made life very difficult for City first 30 minutes. We were struggling to break them down. We weren't creating too much. There was a lot of sideways passing going on. City were dominating the ball that we'd come to expect, and Huddersfield weren't really finding any opportunities to get forward because they just simply didn't have the quality to be able to hurt Manchester City's defence. So it was very much a controlled performance from Manchester City. It was just always going to be the patient game, and indeed that injection of urgency which did come in the second half. Hence you saw Man City add another 3 goals in the second half, when we're normally used to seeing City, once we get into a 2 or 3 goal cushion, just starting to coast off, and that never really happened in this game, which was fantastic to see. So first goal came in, and it came in from Phil Foden for Manchester City, and yeah, always nice to see Phil Foden scoring a goal. It looked like the defenders had the angle covered and the goalkeeper had the angle covered. He goes across the keeper. I think the keeper will be pretty disappointed, but a well taken finish for Phil Foden. I think that's the theme of today's game, a well taken finish for Phil Foden. We'll speak more about that glorious second goal that he scored in just one moment. Second goal comes in 4 minutes later. Julian Alvarez, as Man City just flicking the ball around in the penalty area, just pokes it home like slow motion into the back of the net and just takes the game plan completely away from Darren Moore's men for Huddersfield Town. And then into the second half, of course, we saw Manchester City introduce Jeremy Doku and the return of Kevin De Bruyne to a wonderful reception from the Etihad crowd. Of course, we saw a little bit of a combination in that Jeremy Doku goal that Manchester City scored. In the meantime, you saw Oscar Bobb have his goal taken away from him as it came in off the underside of the crossbar, and it's been awarded as an own goal instead. We also saw, as I said, De Bruyne come in and find an assist for Manchester City with a well-taken goal from Jeremy Doku. And I just wanted to, I know I'm not running it in chronological order, but I just wanted to spend the end of the video just speaking about Phil Foden and speaking about that glorious second goal, because I am not the biggest fan of Man City's corner routines. These short corners, they frustrate me so much. I'm not a fan of them. But this routine, straight from the training ground, was so well worked, and every player that was involved in the setup for the goal was brilliant. But that finish from Phil Foden was sensational. There's 2, 3, 4 defenders in front of him, goalkeeper still to beat, doesn't take a touch, just goes first time into the bottom corner. It was a thing of beauty. It looked so well crafted and so well worked. It was majestic. It was Manchester City and Phil Foden at their absolute sublime best. Fantastic performance, 5-star performance, 5 goals into the 4th round, clean sheet. We can't say fairer than that. Great performance. Also wanted to say kudos to the 6,000 Huddersfield fans that travelled to the Etihad for this game and made some noise as well, considering the team were getting beat by 5-0. I wanted to wish Huddersfield Town the very best of luck for the rest of their campaign as they bid to try and stay in the Championship, currently sitting in 21st and 1 place above the relegation zone, 3 points clear. Plenty of work for them to do to try and stay in the league, so best of luck to them. For Manchester City, focus can turn to the Premier League and Newcastle away next weekend. We don't have to think about playing every 3 to 4 days. We've got plenty of recovery time, 6 days until our next game, so we've got that to look forward to. And also, we're into the 4th round of the FA Cup. 5 goals, clean sheet, double thumbs up. I'm very happy with that. So do get your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. 100 likes is the aim. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll see you all for the return of the daily Manchester City transfer updates. You do have my word on that returning from tomorrow for you guys to look forward to. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.